joining. So, once again, calling in the one, 7 weeks to attracting the love of our life. Chicago, San Jose. Okay, I'm in LA personally. Hello. So, we have an awesome topic to cover today. It's one of my favorite topics, so I love her take and the information here. I'm just going to dig right into it because it's jam-packed with content. So first off, this is about finding the love of our life. It can be used towards relationships. It can be used towards business as well, business relationships. Oh my goodness, we're falling. Hold on. Yes, I didn't say hello to you. I can't read that far away. What's your name? Hello. Hello. Welcome. I'm so happy that you guys are all here because this is some good stuff and it's about changing the vibration and manifesting the life that we want along with the relationship. So the first thing that Katherine Woodward Thomas, that's the author, asks us to do is to look at our life, to examine our life. And she says, what you have right now, this is right now. Oh my God, I can't tell you how many times I've been called Barbie. That's hilarious. What you have, if you look at your life right now, is a reflection of what you believe that you can have. And your relationships are a perfect mirror of your relationship to yourself. So someone likes that, someone gets it. So that can be kind of not exactly what you want to hear, right? So if you want the life that you want, where is it? You have created exactly what you believe that you can create up until now. So we want to shift this. Okay, if that's what you want to say. So the bottom line is that manifesting is not for it's not reserved for some special people. Everyone has this power. The law of attraction. I love the law of attraction. Actually, I have to say, when I got divorced, when I ended up separating from my ex-husband, there is this book called, what was it called? It was like a workshop on the law of attraction, and that supported me immensely on moving forward in my life and not going down a downward spiral. People were, I'm not being a victim. Everything happens beautifully. I know it is crooked. It's because I have the charger. Is that a little better? I don't know. It's because it's like sitting on top of a charger. Anyways, it's about the message. It's not about what I look like, right? Come on. So, manifesting is not reserved for special people. Everyone can do this. Everyone has this power. We're already doing it whether we like it or not. It's the law of attraction, and it's important that you look at the life you've created up until now. So, if I don't have the most amazing relationship of my dreams in this moment, I get to take responsibility for that. I haven't created it. And I encourage you guys to take responsibility as well for your life. It could be financially. It could be where we are financially. In business. There are so many. Have I had a few drinks tonight? No. I'm not a big drinker. Oh my goodness. It only takes one. So, what I want to say is love attracts love. When we are filled with love within, we tend to draw on experiences and relationships that are loving and nurturing. That's because whatever we think of and emotionally resonate with most is what comes to us. So, obviously, no, I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I'm a goody two-shoes in that aspect. So the bottom line is I haven't created the most amazing relationship in my life, so maybe I'm not giving myself enough love first. I'm sorry, it's probably the lighting. But hopefully the information is supporting. Is this information supporting? Tap that heart button if this information is supporting you. Because that's what it's about. It's not about anything else. Do I need a hug? Yes, I'd love hugs and giving out hugs. Okay, so I'm going to share a story from this book. There's a girl named Ellen. She's 40-something years old. She's complaining to the author at one of the workshops that she just can't meet a guy that's sexy and can communicate with her on her level. No one's willing to communicate with her. And no one's sexy enough and athletic, has the perfect body, etc. Right? So she's complaining about this, yet apparently she's overweight. So, of course, Katherine is looking at her and saying, look, here's the harsh feedback. Do you think that you look sexy? Do you think you are athletic? Do you think you communicate on the level that you want to communicate with? Right? Okay. I'm going to block you if you keep that up, because no, I'm not. Actually, I just came from a meeting. So the bottom line is she immediately was like, oh shit, you're right. I don't even give myself, I don't honor myself. I don't think that I'm the amazing person. So how of course could I attract the most amazing person to me, right? So it's a mirror. And that's why this book is called, or this chapter is called Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, because we are attracting our mirrors. So let's say you're on Tinder. Let's say you're on Tinder and you're attracting all these ugly guys. I'm sorry, I'm speaking from the woman, but you can flip it. So you're a man, you're attracting all these ugly women. It's important that you look at yourself and think, okay, if I look at my profile, would I think that I'm hot? Would I think that I'm beautiful? Because if you're attracting people through Tinder, I mean, this is a perfect reflection. Everyone jump on Tinder. No, I'm not paid by them. But if you go to Tinder and you start connecting with people that you are not attracted to, or if you start connecting with people that you are attracted to, that's feedback to yourself of how you're looking at yourself. Does that make sense? You guys tap the heart if that made sense, okay, good. So it does make sense. Good. So this is important. If you're meeting people and they aren't ready to commit ever, and you're going out on all these dates and you're not connecting with people and no one wants to commit, look at yourself. Where are you not willing to commit? And maybe it's not in a relationship. Maybe you are ready to commit in a relationship. But maybe you've been working on this side project over here and you haven't committed to this project fully. So you need to look at your life and see, where am I not committed? Where am I? It's the bottom line is it's the mirror on the wall. Here's what she says about the law of attraction. The law of attraction is simply this. The more intense your feelings around something, the sooner it will come to you. If you are consumed with fear, so if you're coming from fear instead of love, you can also go and buy the book too. It's awesome. Calling in the One. So if you're consumed with fear and that's where you're coming from, you will not have what you desire. You will tend to not even attract what you desire because you're coming from fear. So what we resist persists. You need love advice. Well, feel free to write questions. I'll see if I can support. And yes, I am religious. I do believe in God. I was born and raised hardcore Catholic. I'm more non-denominational now, Christian. But this is all what I would call spiritual stuff. So, I love this. This line is powerful right here. We often have more faith in the act of assertion than we do in the law of attraction, trusting more in trying to make things happen by taking actions than we do in drawing things toward us and allowing them to happen. Does that resonate for anyone? It really resonated for me. I'm working on a startup right now, so it's a lot of kind of almost like a force is what it feels like to get things going. It's like we're at the beginning of the train and it takes 1,000 people to push this train, but once the train's going, it's going to go smoothly. So that is not being in a state of allowing. Health Addict. It's in the we haven't even fully launched. We're just launching the campaign. So anyways, it's about allowing things and knowing and coming from a trusting place that everything that you want is going to happen with ease, and being in that space versus really trying to make everything happen. Okay. The problem with so many people is that we operate from a fear space. I've said this on some of the other videos, but if we think 90,000 thoughts a day, and that's the average, 70% 70% of people with our 90,000 thoughts a day are negative. 90,000 thoughts a day, 70% are negative. What is that, like 65,000 thoughts? That's insane. That's horrible. So we got to shift that so that we're coming from love and trust and knowing that what we want is going to manifest and we're going to attract it. So there's something else in here. So yeah, basically getting out of a panic response to an inner belief that, and knowing that what we want is what we're going to attract. Because when we're in that panicked and fear space, we're going to attract exactly what we don't want. And that's just how it works, according to the laws of attraction and manifestation. And if you pull in people that are unavailable, have the courage to ask yourself, where are you unavailable as well? It may not be in a relationship. Maybe you are fully available to a relationship. Maybe you aren't. But it's about looking inward. If we know and we're coming from a place and knowing that we're attracting our mirrors. And you guys, this has to do with relationship. This has to do with business. All of it. So yeah, tap that heart if any of this is resonating with you. And feel free to ask questions. This is one of my favorite subjects. I think it's so powerful in manifestation. If you want to take a moment, this is my own personal coaching stuff that I do. I'm all about bridging the gap, by the way. Bridging the gap of dreams to reality. So if you want to become a more powerful manifester, look at everything in your life that you have manifested up until now and examine. This is huge. This is a super big key here. Look at how you've manifested your life up until now and different things. Maybe it was a trip to Hawaii or a fancy car. I don't know. But how did you see that? Did you envision it and then it showed and appeared? That's what you want to look at. So look at the process that you went through to attract the life that you have had up until now. And then shift it, tweak it like a radio, you know, the old school radios where you just shift it a little bit to get it dialed just right. Okay, so now for the homework. Thanks for joining. We are going to take this mirror to another level. On a scale of 0 to 10, meaning that absolutely no part of you believes in you can. Oops, I can't read. Yes, I can. On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 meaning that absolutely no part of you believes you can or ever will have the love in your life, or 10 meaning that you absolutely know for sure in your heart, in your core, that you will. We want to examine where you are in that 0 to 10. So if you guys want to write this out or journal it for later, spend some time, because it's all about shifting. If we want something to happen, we got to make a change, right? Okay, so the first question to rate 0 to 10, 0 meaning you don't believe it, that it's possible, and 10 meaning you fully believe that this will happen. This is the first one. I believe that I can and will find love because, and fill in the blank. And I did this morning. Here's another one. I see beliefs mirrored back at me when. So 0 means you don't believe that it's possible. 10 believes you do. But these are very important to look into so that we can get exactly the life that we want, the dream life. It's possible to turn it into reality. Trust me, I've supported this many times and it's so exciting. Okay, another one. I fear that I can't and won't find love because. I fear that I can't and won't find love because. That's another one. I see that beliefs mirrored back at me when. So if you have a belief that who is love? Well, you could say God is love. But we're talking about calling in the one, the love of our life, our soulmate. That's what this lesson is all about. Calling in the one. So there's homework assignments. We do this every single day. If this is powerful for you, definitely follow. In fact, if you guys want to share, this is a learning community. This message could impact someone greatly. It could be life-changing for them. So feel free to share if you know friends that are going through something and they want support in manifesting the life or the relationship of their dreams, right? Okay. Others relate to me the same way I relate to myself. So this is just like I was talking about on Tinder. If you're going on Tinder, look at what you attract, because that is something to take note of. And then look inward and see where you get to go to create a shift. And last one, the beliefs that do serve me that I wish to strengthen and bolster up. So this is awesome, because this is looking at our strengths, our values, where we already are, and bringing that to another level. Okay, so you can journal on those. You can replay this if you want and journal on these, because this is powerful and it will support you in uncovering things that maybe you weren't aware of. That's going to support you in moving forward and creating that life that you want to have. Okay, so the bonus practice and action is to repeat these beliefs that you wish to bolster and strengthen silently to yourself throughout the day. So if you need to write on a little note card or something, this is where I add value. This is what I'm creating, and take a look at that. I actually do this. I already do this every single day. I put intention into what I'm creating, and I don't know if any of you guys, this ever happens, that you might have a certain number sequence happen all the time, like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 57. I know my friend gets 57 or 11, so powerful numbers. But reoccurring numbers are actually supportive. Reoccurring numbers are really supportive in creating the dreams that you want, because it shows you to take note of where you are in that moment when you see that number. They typically mean to ground yourself in where you're at. So instead of go, 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 you might see the number 11, poof. And that means stop and just, yes, I love it. I love 11s. I get 11 as well. So when you're getting 11s, it's really powerful to immediately stop, think about where you are in that moment, who you're talking to, what you're thinking, and ground yourself in what you want to create, almost like a reset. So reset in what you want to create. So for me, the love of my life, what that experience feels like, I'll immediately go to that. I also go to having a multi-million, billion-dollar company with Health Addict and how it's going to impact America. And so I envision that. And so I'll ground myself in this every time I see the number 11. So if you want to take that into practice, it's called an angel number. You can look it up as well, angel numbers. So don't be afraid when you're seeing the same numbers over and over again. It's really, it's like a reset and an awareness. So become present. Continuously look at what you wrote in on your note card, so that you can see what you're creating and the values that you have and that you are to give to the world. Because we got to come from a place of generosity, right? So hopefully this lesson was powerful for you. I'm huge on manifesting. I'm doing this every single day, but this is the first one that I've had really where it's all about manifesting. So tomorrow's lesson is relinquishing unconscious patterns. Relinquishing unconscious patterns. So that is tomorrow, and I hope you guys all have an amazing night and ground yourself in what you're going to create and where we're attracting and not attracting exactly what we want. And look at that, because it will support you in shifting. And if we don't do something now, nothing's going to change. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Love to you. Spread that love. No, I don't believe so, but, there are people with open relationships that are successful. I do believe that it is important to have communication, extreme communication, at all times, and also know how you're communicating. So if you're going to communicate with somebody from a bossy, or this is how it must be, versus a caring space, it's going to be completely different. Does that make sense? But it's up to you. I'm not going to say that you can or can't do that. I'm just saying it doesn't work for me. Does not work for me. But I do know people with successful open relationships. So, yeah. Thanks for joining, guys. I will talk to you later. Have a good night.